America has always had a love affair with cars. From freedom on the open road to symbols of innovation and style, certain vehicles did more than just get us from point A to point B. They changed the nation forever. Today, we're counting down 10 classic cars that changed America. Chevrolet Impala, 1960s. In the 1960s, no car was more popular than the Chevrolet Impala. Spacious, stylish, and powerful, it became America's best-selling full-size car for years. Families loved it for road trips, teenagers loved it for Friday night cruising, and enthusiasts admired it for its wide range of powerful V8 engines. The Impala wasn't just transportation. It was part of American culture. Songs were written about it, from doo-wop hits to West Coast rap decades later. It appeared in countless films, TV shows, and music videos, becoming a symbol of coolness across generations. Perhaps what made the Impala truly special was its versatility. It could be a family hauler, a muscle car, or even a lowrider canvas for creativity. The Impala remains one of the most beloved classics to this day, proving that style, comfort, and culture can all live under the same hood. 9. Chevrolet Camaro, 1967. When Ford struck gold with the Mustang in 1964, Chevrolet knew it needed a rival. The answer arrived in 1967, the Camaro. Immediately, it became part of one of the greatest rivalries in automotive history, Mustang versus Camaro. The Camaro appealed to drivers who wanted both style and performance. It came in countless trims and options, from affordable six-cylinder models to fire-breathing V8s. And with endless customization possibilities, owners could truly make the Camaro their own. It wasn't just a car, it was an identity. Camaro drivers joined a passionate community of enthusiasts who lived and breathed muscle car culture. Whether on the drag strip, cruising down Main Street, or featured in movies like Transformers decades later, the Camaro carved out a reputation. As more than a Mustang rival, it became a legend in its own right. Dodge Charger, 1966-1970. The Dodge Charger roared onto the scene in the late 60s and instantly became a muscle car icon. With its bold, fastback styling and a lineup of powerful engines, including the legendary 426 Hemi, the Charger wasn't just about speed, it was about attitude. The Charger became immortalized in Hollywood. Steve McQueen's Bullitt featured one of the most famous car chases ever filmed, with a black Charger squaring off against a Mustang. Later, the Charger became a TV star in The Dukes of Hazzard and re-emerged in The Fast and the Furious as Dominic Toretto's signature ride. For many, the Charger represented the raw, rebellious spirit of the muscle car era. It was loud, aggressive, and unapologetically American. Even today, when you see that split grille and hear the roar of a Hemi, you know you're looking at one of the most iconic muscle cars ever built.
It's a little hopped up, but...
Ford Mustang, 1964. When Ford unveiled the Mustang in 1964, it sparked a cultural phenomenon. Affordable, stylish, and fun to drive, the Mustang was aimed directly at young buyers. It created an entirely new category of car, the pony car. The Mustang's success was immediate. Within 2 years, Ford sold over 1 million of them, making it one of the fastest-selling new models in history. Advertised as the car designed to be designed by you, buyers could personalize their Mustang with a huge range of engines, colors, and options. But more than sales, the Mustang captured a feeling: freedom. It became the car of youth, individuality, and rebellion. Whether it was racing on drag strips, appearing in songs, or starring in films like Bullitt and Gone in 60 Seconds, the Mustang became one of the most recognizable cars in the world, and it still carries that torch today. Chevrolet Belle. Air, 1955-1957. If one car symbolized the optimism of post-war America, it was the Chevrolet Bel Air. Known as the Tri-5 Chevys, The 1955-57 Bel Air models captured the spirit of the 1950s like no other. With bold tail fins, two-tone paint, chrome accents, and vibrant colors, the Bel Air represented prosperity, confidence, and style. It wasn't just a car, it was a lifestyle. Families took Bel Airs to drive-in theaters, teenagers went cruising on weekends, and car clubs began forming around them. The Bel Air appeared in movies, TV shows, and even inspired fashion trends of the time. But the Bel Air wasn't just looks. It introduced Chevrolet's small block V8, a legendary engine that became the backbone of American performance for decades. The Bel Air blended beauty with innovation, and to this day, Tri-5 Chevys remain among the most collected and cherished classics in America. 5. Ford Thunderbird, 1955. The Ford Thunderbird, launched in 1955, wasn't about racing or hauling, it was about cruising in style. Ford called it a personal luxury car, creating an entirely new segment in the market. The Thunderbird offered a blend of performance, comfort, and sophistication. It wasn't as raw as the Corvette, but appealed to drivers who wanted elegance along with speed. With its long hood, sleek lines, and powerful V8 engines, the Thunderbird became a cultural symbol of the 1950s. It showed that Americans wanted cars that weren't just practical, but expressive. The Thunderbird was featured in movies, owned by celebrities, and quickly became a fashionable statement. Over the decades, the Thunderbird would evolve in many directions, but its original role as a stylish cruiser forever changed how automakers approached personal luxury. 4. Chevrolet Corvette, 1953. In 1953, Chevrolet introduced something revolutionary: the Corvette. Up until then, American cars were big, heavy, and focused on comfort. The Corvette broke that mold, offering a sleek, lightweight, two-seat sports car inspired by European roadsters. The first models had some issues. They were underpowered and only available with an inline six. But once Chevrolet added the small block V8 in 1955, the Corvette became a true performance machine. Over time, the Corvette evolved into one of the most respected sports cars in the world, competing with European legends at a fraction of the price. Nicknamed America's sports car, it became a symbol of innovation and driving excitement. Today, the Corvette is still pushing boundaries, proving that America can build a world-class sports car that excites enthusiasts everywhere. 3. Willys Jeep, 1941-1945. During World War II, the U.S. military needed a rugged, versatile vehicle that could handle any terrain. The Willys Jeep answered the call. Nicknamed the Go Anywhere, Do Anything machine, it became an essential part of the Allied war effort. The Jeep carried soldiers through mud, deserts, snow, and battlefields. It could tow, climb, ford rivers, and adapt to almost any situation. General Eisenhower himself once called the Jeep one of the 3 most important pieces of equipment of the war. After the war, returning veterans brought their love for the Jeep back home. Civilian models soon followed, giving rise to a new market for off-road and utility vehicles. That DNA lives on today in the Jeep Wrangler and in the entire SUV industry. The Willys Jeep wasn't just a war hero, it changed the way Americans thought about adventure, freedom, and rugged exploration. 2. Cadillac V16, 1930. In the middle of the Great Depression, when most Americans were struggling to make ends meet, Cadillac stunned the world with the V16. Launched in 1930, it was the most luxurious and technologically advanced American car ever built. With its massive 16-cylinder engine, whisper-smooth ride, and exquisite design, the V16 was a rolling statement of power and wealth. It wasn't just a car, it was a status symbol for celebrities, tycoons, and royalty. The V16 proved that America could lead the world in both engineering and design. While few could afford it, its influence trickled down into Cadillac's entire lineup, cementing the brand as the standard of luxury for decades. The Cadillac V16 remains one of the most breathtaking examples of pre-war automotive excellence. 1. Ford Model T, 1908-1927. When Henry Ford introduced the Model T in 1908, he didn't just build a car, he sparked a revolution. Before the Model T, automobiles were expensive toys for the wealthy. But Ford's moving assembly line transformed manufacturing, making cars affordable for everyday Americans. The Model T gave farmers access to cities, allowed workers to live farther from their jobs, and reshaped the landscape of America. Roads were built, small towns grew, and industries flourished, all thanks to the car that put America on wheels. By the time production ended in 1927, more than 15 million Model Ts had been sold. It was rugged, reliable, and adaptable. Some were turned into tractors, delivery trucks, or even makeshift snowmobiles. The Model T didn't just change transportation, it reshaped American society, creating the modern car culture we know today. These 10 cars didn't just change the automotive world, they changed America. From giving everyday families freedom on the road to inspiring generations of car enthusiasts, they left a legacy that still drives us today. Which one of these classics is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you love vintage car history, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more stories from the golden age of the automobile.